I was born in Nicaragua under very strong communist socialist country, and it was so bad that you had no freedom over there like you have over here. The poverty was very rough. Before I went to school, I had to get up early in the morning and go fish. And because we had nothing, if there was no fish, I had boiled beans for breakfast. And then likewise for lunch, and likewise for dinner also. And and the government, yeah, they control all the food. And what happened is, when they did have food for the community, there was a huge line. So if you're the last one in the line, you pray that you had food, because when the food was out, they'll tell you, "Oh well, it's all gone. You're done. Come back next time," and you had no food. And that's how tough it was. I'm not sure if you guys are, watched the geographic of other country, where you see these kids, because they're so poor, that they pick up dirt and they eat. I've experienced that. I've had that experience where I did that, you know. It was probably when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. There was always conflict, a clash between the Sandinistas and the Contras, and we will be playing at night, hide and seek or whatever game, and all of a sudden the lights will go off. When the lights go off, you know what's going to happen. Bullets start flying everywhere, so you have to go in the trenches, and whatever goes up has to come down. So you had to take cover. And that's the kind of violence we had over there, and they didn't care. It was just like a number for us, for them. We were just like a number. And growing up, I never had a dad. And then my mom, when I was 3 years old, she just decided to leave. And I remember, plainly, holding on to her, and she just told me, she's like, don't, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And I remember clearly the amount of money she gave me. So when she gave me the money to go get soda at the store, I took off. And when I came back, she was gone. I live with, close relative that I got sexually abused by them, and by friends of them, and it was hard. It left it left me traumatized. And to the point where, it's like, am I really worth living? When I was 14, my grandmother helped me out, helped me to smuggle me out of the country by these people they call coyotes. Coyotes are people who are paid. You pay them, $5,000-$10,000, and they smuggle you out. And the night came when we had to leave. And there was a group of us. It wasn't just me. It was, a group of us in that room. The night came where we had to leave, and we had no idea that there was an opening in the wall behind the beds. And the car came up, and backed up to the door. And next thing you know, the door was open, and they said, "Let's go." And we just slid right through the wall into the car, and took off. And I started working at this place called Palm Beach Paging, and there was this couple that owned the business, and they're the one who invited me to stand in the gap, and I had no idea what that was. And so when I went there, that's probably when I gave my life to Christ. I tell a lot of people that I'm a living proof of God's blessing. I fully live for Christ now. He's my rock. I don't care what people say. If you were to ask me, who are you? I'll tell you straight up, I'm a child of God. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of the gospel to tell to nobody. Man, it's a joyful thing. It's joyful. Am I perfect? No. But having Him in my life, yes. Seek Him, because He's the only one that will give you peace. The world is not going to give you the peace. The world will not give you anything, but destruction. The Lord will give you everything that you need, peace, joy, kindness, He even gave me a lovely wife. Put everything in the hands of God. Dig into His Word. Read His Word daily. Ask God to open your eyes so that you can see His Word, and that you can understand His Word. And by doing that, you'll find the peace, in your heart, in your soul, and those things will keep you from doing the stuff that you don't want to do. Just leave it up to God. Let God take care of your life. Don't try to do it on your own, because it's not going to work.